Everybody, let's talk about Iran's role in all of this. Shahar mentioned Iran, and let's talk about that with the Deputy Director of the Washington Office for the National Council of Resistance of Iran. There he is, my old friend, Alireza Jafarzadeh. Alireza, let's get first to the breaking news, because, of course, Iran is central to this. They're the head of the snake. They're the ones who are funding Hamas and Hezbollah. What is your reaction to this new news that just came in, that first President Trump saying he's putting maximum pressure, and now we're going to hear from Netanyahu? What role is Iran playing with all of this?
Thank you so much, Rita. Always a pleasure to be on your show. Of course, this is a step in the right direction. Our leader, Mrs. Maryam Rajavi, who's the president-elect of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, she welcomed the initiative by the President of the United States. She welcomed the prospect for ceasefire and end to war and killings and the repression and bloodshed in the region. She expressed hope that we will finally see the just and lasting peace in the whole region. But keep in mind, Rita, as the whole world has seen, that the Iran regime has been the epicenter of war and terror all throughout these years. This regime in Tehran thrives on three pillars: domestic repression, export of terrorism and warmongering in the region, and development of nuclear weapons. And therefore, what has been happening in the past few days is bad news for Tehran. And that's where we need to really maintain the focus on the role, the destructive role of the Iran regime.
Yeah, for sure. And you and your group have been sounding the alarm on that loud and clear. And it was incredible to see, by the way, during the UN General Assembly recently, which took place in New York, there were so many Iranian Americans taking to the streets. I think we have some video of that. It was extraordinary. Just the outpouring of protest. There it is. I mean, it was enormous. What's the message you want to send to the world about this very pivotal moment where the Iranian regime is weak? Also, as we know, the nuclear sites took a pounding from President Trump. What's your message, Alireza?
Well, the message is very clear, as Iran resistance has said repeatedly, and thousands of Iranian Americans just last week in front of the UN. They're saying that there is an alternative to the ruling mullahs in Iran. There is an organized resistance headed by a woman, Mrs. Rajavi. She has introduced a 10-point platform for the future of Iran. That's where the focus should be, because the mullahs ruling Iran are not the permanent feature in that part of the world. They're rejected by their own population. There have been rounds and rounds of major uprisings against the Iranian regime over the past few years. And people have been calling for change. They're chanting death to the oppressor, be the Shah or the supreme leader, making it very clear that the future of Iran belongs to those who want to bring about change in Iran, not the repressive rulers of Tehran. And I think what's been happening in the past few days further confirms that. It highlights where the source of problem is, but also it highlights where the solution lies. The solution doesn't require boots on the ground when it comes to Iran or appropriation of money. Just recognize the right of the people of Iran to bring about change in Iran.
Well, let's pray that freedom comes to Iran. In fact, President Trump even said this week that he thought maybe at some point even Iran, a free Iran, could be part of the Abraham Accords. That would be extraordinary. Alireza, you have been there right on the front lines, my friend, fighting for freedom. And boy, let's pray that that happens soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
That day will come.
Thank you. Thank you. And everybody, a quick